皆さん、いい腕前ですね。
スターダストビーチのあのワイルドハントのことか。あれほど大規模な襲来は初めて見たぞ。幸いすぐに収束した。
違う違う、また新しいのが。仕方ない。
このままじゃ店を畳むしか。
そりゃ逆だ。
おう、あさりに行くのか。
おい
おいらたち、そういうことはやめとけって言おうとしただけだぞ。そうだよな。ワイルドハントを何とかしたとして、ふえだ、モラ好きでも臆病なら大し。あ、おい見ろ、アイノとイネファもナシャタウンに来てたんだな。へ急にほうけた顔して。絶対嫌だぞ。狙われたらどうするんだよ。まあとにかく行こうぜ。
馴染みの顔を認識しました。友人の旅人さんとパイモンさんです。
やったー、労働力だ。お前たちの認識離れすぎだろ。
スーシさんです。ナシャタウンに駐在しているここ一帯のライトキーパーの隊長です。
隊長ってことは、
スーシさんはフリンズさんの上司であると言えますね。
スーシです。よろしく。
こちらは私とアイノの友人、旅人さんとパイモンさんです。ナドクライには来たばかりですが、経験豊富な冒険者です。
よろしくな。
ええ、早めに大砲を撃つことができればライトキーパーの悩みも解決します。スターダストビーチのワイルドハント問題の直後、さらに2つの新たなワイルドハントが発生してしまい、もともと人手不足だったのでいよいよ対処しきれなくなってきました。
フリンズが本部に戻って増援を呼んだんじゃないのか。増援はいつ来るんだ。
フリンズは本部に戻ったのですか。
おう、おいらたちはそう聞いてるぜ。
今のところ彼からの連絡はありません。部隊を率いてワイルドハントに対処してくれと命令したはずなのですが、もうずっと報告を受けていませんね。はあ、フリンズはよく命令外のことをします。私は彼の上司ですが、あまり彼を管理できているとは言えませんね。
つまり今回はあいつが勝手に動いてるってだけなのか。
それは何とも。以前にも本部に連絡したことがあるのですが、断られたり先延ばしされたり、ワイルドハントがナドくらい全土のランダムな場所で発生。人員は常に最も緊急を要する地点に派遣され、重要度の高い任務を遂行しています。こういった事情は通常私たちは事前に人手を配置して、私の方でできる事前。
もううるさいな。いっつも愛のたちをせかしてばっかり。それなら自分で修理するか、エネルギー補給用のお菓子くらい持ってきてよ。
ではせめてどれくらい時間が必要かだけでも教えていただけませんか。もう予定発車時刻は過ぎているのです。
機械も働きすぎると疲れるんだよ。 そもそもは君たちがこの間使いすぎたせいでしょ。機械の気持ちも考えてあげてよ。機械の気持ちってなんだよ。
わかりやすく言うと、機械の消耗です。機械は不機嫌になると仕事を放棄する可能性があります。具体的な確率は
わかりました。専門的な話はよくわかりませんが、ライトキーパーが修繕費、維持費を含むほとんどの資金を提供していることだけは改めて伝えさせてください。
これっぽっちの依頼料でクルム掛け工房からこんなにでっかくて火力の強い兵器を引き出せるなんて、愛のにもっと感謝すべきだよ。この大砲、パーツに中古品や骨董品を使わないで全部正規のルートで仕入れてたらいくらすると思ってるの？
リマインド。あの長期委託金がなければ愛野の今後のお菓子予算は半減します。
ダメダメ、それだけは絶対にダメ。3時間？
その点はご心配なく。その間ライトキーパーですが、他の地域に人手を分散させられるのが3時間後となりますと、やはり少し長いですね。
だから最初に労働力がいるって言ったんだよ。最終チェックに3時間くらいかかりそうだけど、君たちが助けてくれる。でもオイラたちは専門。大丈夫大丈夫。うわっ、この本すっごく重たいぞ。ピポピポを使って大砲をチェックすれば何をすればいいか教えてくれるの。
この大砲には50を超える異なるメーカーや製造規格の部品が使われています。
説明書だったのか。それなりの速さで進めてくれれば3分の1くらいまで時間を短縮。
私もご一緒します。
よし、じゃあ君たちは外のチェック、イネファは中のチェックね。終わったら制御室。
了解。愛野も仕事に専念してください。私がいない間にお菓子をこっそり食べてはいけませんよ。
少しくらい食べた方が仕事の効率が 60% くらい上がるんだよ。愛のって興味のない話題に対する説明がすごく雑だよ。ピポピポはオイラたちの後ろをついてきてるだけだぞ。
以前イネファが定期メンテナンスをしていた時。
知ってたのか。助かったぜ。
それは私にも。
そうだな。それじゃあ歩きながら探してみようぜ。これか？違うみたいだ。
あっちはどうでしょう。それっぽい見た目。
どれだ？あ？うわっ、飛んだぞ。当たりか？どうすればいい？さっぱりわからないぜ。
一瞬でどうすればいいかわかるなんて。
よーし、オイラの番だ。重たい本がようやく役に立つぞ。辞書みたいにこの記号の意味は
点検とはそういうものですよ。
くたびれ儲けって感じもするけど、 ひひ、もう点検口がどんな。今度はなんで怒ってるんだよ。今回は目の色が変わる順番を見ればいいんだな。紫、赤、なんかメロディーが流れ出したぞ。お前、やっと最後だ。
修理の才能があるんですね。少々バタつきはしましたが、
ひひ、見る目があるな。
手伝う気満々だったのですが、
ひひ、見る目があるな。本気のオイラはすごいんだぞ。手伝うつもりなら早く言また丸い記号が出てきたな。でもほむ点滅のパターンにご注意。メンテナンスの優先度が高いから、メンテナンスが完了するまで運転。入力モードの説明は。疲れた。
ありがとうございます。でもこの入力モード、うまくいったみたいですね。これで取り外せるはずです。私にも分かりません。大丈夫ですよ。この機械たちを理解する替えの部品を取り付ければ、パシリよりはメンテナンスの方が。
ひひ、その通りだ。スーシさん、真面目なやつだと思っ。じゃあここで待とうぜ。
仕事は終わりましたか？
スーシさんが交換用の部品を取りに行ってるん。
データ記録を確認させていただきます。大砲を発射するとき、強い反動が発生します。
へえ、固定しないとね。
斬新な例えですが、その通りです。この部品は壊れやすく、素材の性能も。さて、7分ほど待つ計算となりますね。
欲しい。
では少々お待ちください。点検前に加熱器を作動させておいたのです。熱々の出来たてクルムかけは最も幸福指数を上げられますよ。
いただきま。ありがとう。こっちも順調だった。じゃあ約束通りできるだけ早く大砲を起動するね。
では私はナシャタウンの住人たちに。
私もワイルドハント付近のライトキーパーに撤退を。皆さん本当にありがとうございました。
またな。こんなにでっかい大砲撃つとすごいんだろうな。
はい、大砲を発射する際はまばゆい純粋なエネルギーの発射に。
もちろん見るぞ。なんてったってオイラがこの手で修理したんだからな。そ そうだな。それじゃあフラッグシップに行ってみようぜ。ふふん、天才アイナの傑作を楽しみにしててよね。
お菓子のストックをチェックしたところ、想定量よりも少なかったのですが、アイヌ、説明してください。
忙しいからその話は後で。ほら、みんなこんなに急いでるんだし。気のせいか？ついでにこの前言ってた
失礼ですが、うちの宿にご宿泊。はい、安心しておくつろぎいただけるよう、フラッグシップのパーティーはお二人はもうここのやり方をよくご存知の。しかしナドくらいではお金と同じぐらいつてが重要なのです。
まあしょうがない。ネフェルだよな。気分でも頼み事がそういえばこれからヒーシ島に行くんだし、ネフェルが報酬の話をしなかったらモラのこととなったらな。ようクロ。今日はお前のお出迎え。
あんたたちか。何の用だい？
別にちょっと挨拶しに来ただけだ。あとこれからヒーシ島に行くから。
へえ、ずいぶん親切じゃないか。何か頼み事でもあるな、これは。ああ、早く届けるに越したことはないし、ヤフォダが今薬を取りに行ってる。じきに戻ってくるから、他に用がないなら。
ありがとな。じゃあしばらく待ってるぞ。
あんたたちも外で聞いただろ？今ナシャタウンは
忙しいっていうのは
依頼が多すぎてちょっとキャパオーバーなんだ。だから今ここで無料の情報を得るのは不可能ってこと。
こいついきなりオイラたちの道を塞いだぞ。
悩みの種って言えば、そりゃワイルドハントだね。
それならオイラたちにできそう。
本当かい？でもこっちから返せるものもないのに。ああ、そうだったのかい。それならそうと言っとくれ。あんたたちから情報の代価をもらうのは心苦しいけど。
こいつ全部お見通しかよ。
私たちの立場が似てるからさ。ここにいるほとんどの人間は
ワイルドハントで金儲けをしたいだけのくせに。
誰かさんは物言いたげな顔だね。情勢が混乱している今。
それは。
私たちは確かに混乱から利益を得てる。ワイルドハントで大勢死傷者が出て、ナシャタウンに定住してる人たちが逃げ出しちまったら、それにあんたたちがナシャタウンにいるのも、それぞれの目標を達成させるまであんたたちにもわかるはずさ。じゃあその行いは称賛に値するね。それがあんたにとっていいこととは限らないけどね。でもあいつらは隠れるのが上手だし、他人の姿に変身できるんじゃ。何か新しい情報が手に入ったら喜んで共有するよ。あんたたちが行動し、私がバックアップする。いい仕事ができそうじゃないか。
確かにな。
ほう、結構正確な評価だと思う。あんたたちが入ってきた瞬間から。
そんな。姉さん、ただいま。あれ、あんたたちもいたんだ。
ああ、ラーマに薬を届けてくれるって申し出てくれたのさ。
そうなのか。よかった。じゃああたいは休んでくるよ。
ダメ、まだ行ってほしいところが。
もう何 日も残業してんのに。まあ、じゃあ早くこの薬を届けようぜ。まさかそんなはずは。あれ、おかしいな。なんで塩に。はあ。確かあの時は雨が降ってて。あ、もし。ごめんなさい、お姉さん。すぐ取りに行きます。あたい、足だけは速いから。おい、そんなに急いだら危な。
この後の予定は？
オイラたちもそのつもりだったんだけど、あんまり収穫がなくて。
ああ、そういえば今日は
どうやったら招待を受けられるか。
ルールに従う必要なんてないさ。よっ、さあ。
ネフェルさん、こんにちは。
ああ、私がパーティーのルールをちゃんと説明し。
いえいえ、とんでもありません。
ネフェルってすごかったんだな。
みんな、お楽しみのところ悪いね。モンドから来た有名なバーテンダーだよ。
バーテンダー？こんにちは。
舌の肥えたみんななら、さあ、今日の特別ドリンクメニューだ。
なるほど、新しいバーテンダーだったのか。
通りで見たことないわけね。せっかくだし飲んでみる？
うん、気になるね。
今日のカウンターはここでいつでも今日のドリンクのレシピを。
この短時間でそんな。
ああ、相手の求めていることさえ知っていれば。もっともフラッグシップじゃもともとモンドのバーテンダーを招待する計画。デミアンも手伝ってくれるはずだよ。ドリンクをお客さんたちに。もちろんお客さんの性格は人それ。
わかった、やってみるぞ。
こっちはこっちで気になった人と話して。
こんにちは。何か。お疲れ様です。それではお客さんに届けて。
スネージ内に戻るつもりはないの？
戻れるならこんなところで怯えながら暮らし。ありがとう。あなたのように選べる人が羨ましい。僕の乗った泥船はもう沈みかけてるからね。魚の餌になるのも時間の問題だ。より良い場所があるならこんなところに来てないよ。
そこまで言わなくてもライトキーパーもいるんだし。
期待できないね。この地は永久にワイルドハントの脅威にさらされ続ける。スネージナヤはワイルドハントを何とかするつもりなんてなさそうだし、ライトキーパーには実力がない。他の組織はもっと頼りない。彼らを信じるくらいなら大砲を信じた方がマシだよ。ま、今は全部忘れて飲もう。 新バーテンダーのお手並み拝見ってね。
光を灯す。
こんにちは。何かお手。お疲れ様です。
ワイルドハントの被害がこれ以上ひどくなったら、さすがにそこに置いといてくれ。
ここがさらに混乱するのを待ってる人だっているわけで、
何か計画でもあるんだ。
今はまだ何とも。でもあの大砲が使えなくなったらナシャタウンはきっとさらに混乱する。あれは私たち一般人が持てるワイルドハントへの対抗手段の象徴だからね。
なんだよ、何か用か。少なくとも解放を操作してる連中にとってはナシャタウンは守るに値するもんだろ。
その価値があるってだけだけどね。ナシャタウンは私たちにとって唯一の大切な場所なのに、私たちは自分の命をあいつらに預けるしかない。
お前の言いたいことは分かった。もう少し様子を見ることにする。
みんな大砲の話をしてるな。あの時スーシさんが焦ってたのもわかるぜ。こんな大事なものだったんだな。
こんにちは。お疲れ様です。
お前たちの注文だったのか。
どうだい？何か特別な情報？
あんたらネフェルの友人なんだってな。会えて嬉しいよ。
もう他の注文もなさそうだし。
じゃあ座ってくれ。デミアン、ベリーの小道を2杯アルコール抜きで頼む。俺はヒンツァだ。ナシャタウンのロッサム工房の手伝い。
オイラはパイモンだぞ。
聞いたことがある。モンドには騎士がいっぱいいるんだろ。
冗談だぞ。
今後は価値ある情報があったら持ってきて。
それはさておき、あの時あんたが助けてくれなかったら。
二人は知り合いなのか？
ああ、ナドクライに来たばかりの頃は一文なしでな。モラを貸してくれただけでなく、愛の先生とボイニッチ商会を紹介した。
へえ、そんなことがあったのか。ネフェルにも優しい時があったんだな。
単に仕事をしてくれる機械技師が必要だ。愛の先生は最先端の難しい技術も扱える人だ。俺も自分の技術にはそれなりに自信があったんだけどな。先生と比べれば俺はケーブルのつなげ方すら知らないペーペーだ。長いこと修練を積んでやっとコツがつかめてきた。ちょっとしたものなら作れるようになったし。
ヤフォダの腕の装置もこいつにメンテナンスを任せて。
おお、そういえばこの前あったスーシさんの手も機械でできてたよな。
ああ、どれも愛の先生の作品だ。俺は今は固定客がついて生活にも困らなくなったよ。だから今回のワイルドハントの騒ぎ。
まあ落ち込んでたってしょうがない。 ああ、そうだ。
それは人影についても恐怖のあまりなんだ今のワイルドハントと
あるかもしれないし、ないかもしれん。
分かった、気にかけとくよ。
私はここで失礼するよ。ごゆっくり。ヒンツァは話好きでね、よく酒場で友人と話してる。ワイルドハントが知人に変化するって話を知らない？
なるほど、そうかもな。もっといろんな人に。
それなら今から始まるイベントがちょうどいい。バーカウンターの方に行こう。
やっぱり人生はちょっとした刺激が必要よね。
お待たせしました。ルーレット勝負の準備ができましたよ。
はっはっは、やっと来たか。
ちょっとやってみましょうよ。新入りのお嬢ちゃんも参加するでしょ。ダメダメ。ルーレットカクテルを作る人はルーレット勝負に参加しないといけないっていうのがここの。
でも
そうこなくっちゃ。
今日は新入りがいるからルーレット勝負のルールを簡単にこのルーレット、内側と外側に分かれてるだろ。参加者は内側を回して、針が刺したドリンクにはジュースやお茶、ノンアルコールドリンクを刺した時は脳幹だけど、お酒を刺した時は参加者は自分がドリンクを飲んだラウンドなら。
ポイントが高いほど有利に見えますが、頑張りすぎて記憶を飛ばしますと。
バーテンダーが参加するのは公平性のためよ。
この新入りお酒に弱そう。
ちなみに飲み物はその都度補充される。このダークホースさ。
ダークホースだって。ノドくらいでダークホースが飲めるのか。
ダークホースがあるなら私も参加する。
運が良けりゃみんなこのダークホースを一気に飲み干せば、合計スコアの高さにかかわらず
ハイリスクハイリターンってことか。よっぽど強いお酒なんだろうな。
他に質問がなければルーレット勝負を始めるよ。あたしからだ。度数ポイント3か。今日はちょっとばかし苦労しそうだね。
いい飲みっぷり。
すごい勢いだな。
はいはい、次私の番ね。あなた最近どこ行ってたのよ。
前にボイニッチ商会のお偉いさんと会ってただろ。
ノンアルか。いいな。
ルーレット勝負もついに最終ラウンドです。
さすがモンド人だよね。こんなに美味しいお酒を作れるなんて。すんごく美味しい。
あはっはっは、お前の嫁さんについて教えろよ。
あなたの番ですよ。
新入りがダークホースを引いたわ。
一気一気。
おい、バレないようにオイ
本当に一気に飲み干した。さすがモンド人は本当によく飲むのね。ワイルドハント、魔物以外には別に何があったとしても立ち止まって見るわけ。一番腹立たしかったのは私が命からがら逃げ出した後に運よく生きてたけど、とにかくワイルドハントの中には
みんなどうしちまったんだい？まさかもう限界かい？
私はまだいけるわよ。
お前はあんま飲んでないだろ。
ルーレット勝負の成功を祝しても
ネフェルさんからのご注文です。運んでください。
七星召喚でもやってるのか？
いつも通り一つ10万モラだよ。
でもあなたとはもう取引したくないんです。
まあまあ飲み物まで頼んだんだから。それとも飲み物代も貸した金に上乗せするかい？
取引中か。
もう一度言う。サイコロ一つにつき10ん？取引成立だね。あんたらも座りな。
なんだよもう。俺から提供できる情報は3つです。一つはワイルドハントの特徴。ワイルドハントはアビスの力に関わる現象です。謎の霧を生んだり、しかし生まれた魔物たちは霧から離れられません。
そんなことは知ってる。
そうですよね。では早速本題に入りましょう。これはライトキーパーから入手したワイルドハントの分布図です。
おお、こんなにたくさん。
俺たちにとっても前代未聞の事態なんですよ。
まだ足りないね。サイコロ4つだ。
まあまあ、話はこれで終わりじゃ。一つライトキーパーが公表していないおかしな事実があるんです。実は
それって当たり前じゃないのか？別にライトキーパーに駆除されないと消え
確かに可能性はたくさんありますが、変なのはずっと安定していたその差が。
なんでなんだ
2つ考えられます。一つは新勢力が秘密裏にワイルドハントに対抗しているか。前者は考えにくそうです。こんなことができる組織は少ないですし、気になるなら後者の線で調査することを。
わかんないぞ。
なかなか面白い情報だったよ。お宅の商売がうまくいってるのもうなず。
からかわないでくださいよ。
おっと、私がいじめてるみたいじゃないか。今回あんたが自分の足で情報を集めたことに敬意を示してワイルドハントの中で知人に会ったり知人に会う幻覚を見た話ってのは聞いたことあるかい？
いや、亡霊を見たって話しか聞かないな。
へえ、私の貸した金は簡単に返せるんだね。
だから本当にないんですってば。これは情報屋としてのプライドの問題です。
その言葉があれば多少
相変わらずですね。
あんたも勉強になっただろ。さ、行っていいよ。
あいつにモラを貸してたんだな。
ああ、あいつは昔私の情報を転売してこそこそ差額を設けてたんだ。その時あいつは情報を買いたがってる人と話をつけてから
ちょっとかわいそうだな。
私を裏切った代価としては安いもんさ。まあの時は見せしめとして額を釣り上げたところもあるから。さてここで得られる情報は断片的な情報が多いから、まず新しい
スターダストビーチ以外で。
そうだね。一人の情報に
一体何を企んでるんだ？
ああ、ナドクライの他の場所じゃあんたたちが遭遇したのは特殊な現象だったんだろうさ。残る疑問は2つ。 私はとりあえずこの2つについて引き
ただいま運が良かったよ。あの店の店長、あたいの忘れてた薬を保管しといてくれてたんだ。ほら、ヤッホだ。ありがとな。いや、この後も仕事が残ってるから。それに大砲の発射はもうすぐだろ。帰ってくる間もずーっと頼む帰るまで発射しないでくれって。お前あれに興味あったんだな。もちろん。何千何万もの部品で構成されたこんなにでっかい機械がそれ自体がロマン、いや奇跡だよ。無数の緻密な計算が作り出す奇跡。
そうだね。前回の発射からしばらく経ってるしね。
姉さんありがとう。2人も行こうよ。絶対損しないからさ。見てみようぜ。オイラたちも修理に貢献したんだしさ。行こうドーン。おー、こんなに人が集まってるなんて。そりゃあ単純明快。一発でまるっと解決だから。大砲が作動する時のゴゴゴゴって音も。あたいにもそんなパワーがあったらな。そんなこと言うなよ。本当にそう思ってくれてるのか。嬉しい。次も絶対依頼を引き受けてやるぞ。あ、なあ、起動したみたいだぞ。
これで怯えなくても済むわ。
すごいな。骨まで震えてる気がするぞ。めちゃくちゃ眩しくてすっごい威力だったな。はあ、なんだか生き返った気がする。そんなに機械が好きだったんだな。あたい仕事と趣味は分けて考える。機械に関する才能もぶっちゃけあると思うよ。でも今の仕事はあたいにしかできない仕事だ。じゃあな。かっこいいけど、薬の瓶と塩の瓶をまず。さてと、人もまばらになってきたし、落ち着いてきてるみたいだよな。やってるぞ、ラウマ来たぞ。
後片付けは想定よりもずっと複雑で、溜まっている仕事を処理するのに難儀。このペースならあと数週間はかかるだろう。しかし残っている者たちの心の迷いは晴れ、まるでようやく自分たちの信仰に出会ったかのようだ。
これも全部ラウマのおかげだな。
いや、もっと早くやるべきだったのだ。近頃は無理しすぎぬよう気をつけておる。月髄がそなたの中にある今なら。
そういえばあの幻影について何か新しい情報はないか。
こちらでも聞いてみたのだが、そちらはどうだ。
こっちも大きな進展はないけど。
なるほど。そなたらも大変だ。ではこちらへ。
どうした？何か見えたか？
遥か昔の出来事のようだな。私の力では。
突然どうしたんだ？
花の色が変わった。
おう、分かってるぞ。早くあいつのところに行って何かできないか見てみようぜ。
頼んだ。
そうだ、お前が非分の館に注文してた薬だぞ。
持ってきてくれたのか。感謝する。そうだ、一つ推測がある。クータルならばそなたの宇宙船についてより多くの断片を見せられるやもしれぬ。
確かにあいつは月神なんだもんな。ひとまず少女の安否を確かめに行って、それじゃあまた後でな。なんか元気なさそうだな。邪魔するぞ。大丈夫か？
はあ、頭がクラクラする。月に戻っちゃいそう。
おいおい、そこまでじゃないだろ。
あれ？君の体から月の力を感じる。
ファデュイから月髄を奪い返したよ。これで力になれる？
うん。今回は何が欲しいの？
何言ってるんだよ。お前の体の一大事だろ。後でちょっとお願いがあるかも。
わかった。手を出して。ありがとう。戻ってこれた。
お前は最初からここにいたぞ。もう大丈夫か？
うん。だいぶ良くなってきた。君の体内に水面に映る鏡像のように静かな月が佇んでる。私はただその水から月の光を少しもらっただけ。
他にも何か変化を感じたけど。
それは月神の祝福だよ。私と接触したものにはそういう印がつくの。害はないよ。しばらくすると自然に消えるから。
そういえば力も取り戻したことだし、これももともと神のものなんだろ？
これは
やっぱり。
これは豪月の女神アリアの遺骸だよ。
やっぱり。
知らなかったの？
ラウマはただ他のかけらと違って神の力を感じられる。
彼女の言う通りだよ。さっき月の光を分けてその記憶が、このかけらはかつて豪月の女神のものだったって教えてく。
ラウマも血髄で歴史を見たはずなのに。
かつて空には3つの月があって、3人の女神が それぞれ自分の月を支配していた。でも草加の戦いで女神は3人とも命を落とし、豪月を支配するアリアが亡くなった後、後月の方は残骸すら見つかってない。そんな中で蒼月だけは、そしてそういう月には必ず新たな神が生まれるという予言があった。私も自分の力が蒼月のものだって感じ取れる。今の私は蒼月を操るどころか、
オイラたちが手に入れたのは豪月で、後月はどっか行っちゃってて。ってことは、お前の体の中には蒼月の月髄があるのか？
月髄は月の神が死んだ後に、だからそれは月に星があるかって聞いてるのと一緒。
つまりお前は蒼月の力そのものってことか？
そうだよ。神の心を持つ魔人は神と呼ばれるよね。なら月髄を持つ君は月神になりたくないの？
そういう問題じゃないだろう。お前よっぽどその座から降りたいんだな。誰が月神かって問題はともかく。
いや、私のところには来たくないみたいだもの。
どういうことだ？
さっきこの力に触れた時、私も月神だからかもしれない。2つの月が同時に昇ることはないし。
じゃあこのまま私が持ってるしかないね。
ラウマがお前の体はこの力をうまく隠してるって言ってたけど、じゃあワイルドハントにも探知できちゃうんじゃないのか？
ワイルドハント？それって現象だよね。
だって裏に黒幕がいる気がしないか？
なんか聞いたことあるかも。
本当か？
ファデュイにいた頃、同僚たちが話してた気がする。カーン・ルイヤから来て最悪の時代にアビスの力を手に入れた。
カーン・ルイヤ？あの幻影とカーン・ルイヤが関係あるかはわからないけど、そこ以外は特徴がぴったり合ってるな。
他の人たちは彼を月の狩人って呼んでた。そんな呼び方もあったかも。
それってダインの言ってたやつか？オイラたちが相手にするのはあの伝説の五大罪人。
でも五大罪人なら実力はあの程度じゃないはず。
月の狩人はカーン・ルイヤの最悪が起きてから同僚に彼はどこに行ったのって聞いたら、
なんで知ってると思ったんだ？
月の狩人は最後二度と戻れない月の影に落ちちゃっ。
待て、情報が多すぎて反応が追いつかない。
あの頃の私もそうだったよ。でも前にも言ったでしょ。私の序章は偽りの空の外で失われちゃったの。
そうだよな。
とにかく月の狩人が消えた後、ナドクライのワイルドハント現象は今のワイルドハントは
まさか伝説の五大罪人の一人。危なすぎるだろ。スターダストビーチの時はそれでもあの傀儡ですら倒されたんだからな。
今なんて言った？もう一回言って。
お前の前の同僚の傀儡はスターダストビーチでオイラたちと一緒にいた時、ワイルドハントにやられたみたいだったぞ。今笑ったのか？
笑ってないよ。
絶対に笑ったぞ。あいつと仲が悪いのか？
ただあの子が悔しがる姿を想像しただけで笑えるなーって思っただけ。
悔 傀儡は結構ショックを受けてたみたいだったぞ。
一瞬だけだよ。傀儡は自分の感情を調整するのが上手だから。
話がそれたけど、血髄を狙うやつは
ファデュイの情報が確かなら、月の狩人が全力を出せばナドくらい全土の人々が束になったって相手じゃないよ。今はもしかしたら何か制限があるのかも。
血髄をどうするか決める前にコロンビーナに頼みたいことがあるの。
頼みたいこと？
私とお兄ちゃんの宇宙船がナドくらいに着陸した時に起きたことを。
いいよ。
ずいぶんあっさり OK してくれるんだな。
言ったでしょ。そんなこと、私にとっては水面から月の光を吸い取る程度のこと。さあ、手を取って。
ここはどこ？
ホタル、早くここから離れよう。
あれ？
お前大丈夫か？
着陸してからずっと私たちの宇宙船を出入りした人はいなかった。でもお兄ちゃんは宇宙船の外で私を見つけた。
そん
な。なんでだろう。
記憶ってビスケットみたい。一口食べるとあちこちに食べかすが散らばっちゃう。
血髄のことは私に任せて。
お前がそう言うなら。
何か力になれることはある？血髄を隠す手伝いならできるよ。
本当か？
もともと体内に隠せば気づかれにくいけど、今から教える空吐きの使い方をマスターすれ。ほら、こうやって。
なんだかシールドみたいだな。
感じ取れた？その状態を保ってみて。飲み込みが早いね。
丈夫そうなシールドだな。いざって時には身も守れるんじゃないか？コロンビーナって普段からずっとここにいるのか？
知らない人は好きじゃないの。知らない人よりかはマシかな。
そうだよな。蒼月の子も変わったんだぞ。今ならコロンビーナも気に入るかもしれないな。
考えてみる。
少し疲れてるみたいだな。とにかく手伝ってくれてありがとうな。
別に大したことじゃないよ。ここのお花は君みたいなお客さんが好きだから。
そっとしといてやろうぜ。
The LIệN of Solnari. I've never heard that name before. Let's keep this news confidential for the time being. It would only cause even more panic amongst... But if this LIệN is as you describe, he will be a truly formidable opponent if we try to take him on by our strength alone.
Yeah. Things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together. Exactly. Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the crisis. As it happens, we have our own reasons to protect Nodkrai. But even if we didn't, we'd never leave people in the lurch. That ain't our style.
Thank you. The Frostmoon Scions will stand with you to prevent this crisis as best we can. In addition, I believe that the relationships between the various factions in this land, the winds of change, are... Whether our foe is the Fatui or this LIệN, we must stand our ground and remain true to ourselves, even to the last.
Let's see. Speaking of allies, the Krumkake craft shop is the closest by, right? NF is sure to help us.
The wind blows stronger. May your path ahead be smooth.
Friendly approach detected. We meet again.
Listen! We've got updates on the wild hunt situation.
Threat level exceeds expectations.
Phew, doesn't matter if he's the LIệN of Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens! You were there when we fired it, right? If that isn't the kind of firepower that helps you sleep at night, I don't know what is! True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? Well, we'll just get a Nepha to go grab him and tie him down. You're not taking this seriously at all, are you? Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuvaki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot. You sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh? Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world. All of Nodkrai, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through. Sure, travel safe.
I know. There remains intel left unshared.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the wild hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that one, sure. Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices. Wait, what? Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago? Yeah, it's still new news. So not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely. And I'll send a Nepha over to Nasha Town with some flowers later. Oh, he seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's Sergeant Majors. His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
Oh, that makes it even worse. Hey, what do you mean, actually? Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. Got it. Let's go then. You coming along, Nepha?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected.
Alright, we'll see you later.
Hang on! Weren't you supposed to bring me some candy? You said you would.
Sorry, but things happened kind of suddenly, so...
Batch inspection complete. Approved.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Ah! Never! When did you...
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then? Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess? Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter. For now, please keep the current situation confidential.
Might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed.
Entering unopposed? So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place.
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
Very odd indeed.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen. So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of—
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all.
Let's approach the issue this way. First—
Yeah! What reason would Flint's have to murder Sosie anyway?
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah, they would have often gone out on missions together.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge, likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right?
Precisely. He likely knew then that the real Flints would not appear and get in his way during this time. We'd have to ask Flints ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rerir may have already killed Flints long ago and been living as him for some time now. Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry, you'll receive a top-class reward in return. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Oh right, before we go, should we reveal Rerir's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? Hey, why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would... Setting aside the matter of evidence, tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rerir more opportunities to capitalize on. And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh?
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rerir, nor trust in Flints too lightly. This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies, and...
Oh, right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
Hey, you! Whoa! The fog's really rolling in. Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see!
Will at last part ways.
Monsters! Double rock! This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for that again. There's something inside it. Some small device. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore?
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flints' voice? Did you hear that? But is that really him?
How shall the Savior?
More baddies! Look, your rainbow! Your blood! Yeah! We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
Ixos. TIωρίos. Yamalune Satsisi Brampo Kalun. The Sednik is doing.
Hand it over. That was mine from the first.
Tutonine Torai Desnevite.
You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern, now!
It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rarer out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid. To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities. And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy.
Is that what Rarer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away? Were our places switched, would you discard it? Knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp.
Yeah, throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes. Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well, no, but...
Ah. I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike. Well, at least they're not dead.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast then. But if Rerir could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kavaki device to find you himself?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should.
Ah, guess that explains it.
So not only is this Rerir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
Oh.
But every year they would say, "Wait a little longer. Wait a little longer." In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easy... So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rerir's head.
Oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Could Rerir be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. Come on. Let us be on our way. I understand the situation more or less. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do. Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate...
We'll do our part too. All right, we're going
in. For now, please keep the current situation confidential.
We're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation. Once, but we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major.
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, he would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right?
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance. But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but...
The Soci you met could have been LIEØS in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Soci.
Soci. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me.
Thank you for your understanding.
Days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but, what's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hintsa. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise. 8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm was actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the Wild Hunt, and it works as intended. But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to investigate. We'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well. And naturally, you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, would it not be better then to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time, but I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them, so joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done, nonetheless. There are still some things I will not allow to happen. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the Cannon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. And even if someone is waiting...
All right then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh? I'm super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier, now that we know you better.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
It's getting late. The situation is urgent, but rest is vital. Good night, both of you.
Noise! What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here, or isn't he?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flint's is a Wild Hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all!
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for.
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the Wild Hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us? What do you mean? This is so confusing! What do we do? It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the boss? Do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul.
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flint's face to face.
Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's...
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later.
Oh, all right then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial...
Come on, everyone! Move it!
No sign of Flint.
But how can that be?
Done searching, are we? So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine. While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I alone noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, boss. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, he's out of harm's way now.
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we've got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck. Let's have this discussion over at my place. I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rare shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild hunt anomalies destroyed has been... Some of these must have been Rare's doing.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but...
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we've got to destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them.
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the wild hunt continues to grow in scale by—
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
There are 3 wild hunt sites that must be dealt with.
Works for me. Nefa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
The curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this.
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out, then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now.
Gotcha! Stay safe, everyone.
Huh. Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right? No one's guarding this place, just...
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option. To expose the true intentions of this Rerir, we need to dive into Nodkrai's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ghost! That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint? Do these things just gotta happen?
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But that file really did move by itself! Hey, come out! Don't scare Paimon like that!
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
Hey! Another file's moving!
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being aided somehow.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay then. Paimon will read this one. Phew! Finally finished. Paimon sure could use a long break from long words now.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale.
Paimon as well.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something.
Alright, signatures. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, and look, all these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone.
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely.
Ah! And here's another similarity.
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive, but now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain. Indeed, despite the name, I would not call a tide seal.
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies...
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
What are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the canon being...
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs, leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly? That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look. Ah, it's an ibis.
It's carrying a letter! Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
That's gotta be Rarear's doing. But why is he using the cannon again?
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
What should we do? There's no way we're getting back to Nasha Town in time.
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rarear. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands now.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? When all they see is the Wild Hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them. They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of...
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aino would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame, then, that you proved one step too slow. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who see...
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may. See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams, but now it seems useless to you.
That is my corpse.
Sorry, what?
That is my corpse.
Sorry, what?
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me, sooner or later.
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began collecting more within wild hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth mentioning, while that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent Kuvaki energies.
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the fragment from me.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones thousands of times and more, but that is of no consequence to me. What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endured, and all for nothing. I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply my strength immeasurably. It will not be a full restoration, no. Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption well before you have the time to kneel before me.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and beasts. What exactly is going on?
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rerir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion in people, Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the wild hunt preparing to spawn a wave of monsters, the likes of which we've never seen before. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis, so they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter.
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk.
Well, about that... People have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon.
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me!
They might, if Rerir has already formulated some countermeasure. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, we will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be avoided, if possible.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. And you have a letter? The Traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to Star San Shoal.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would she go there?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then she's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that her trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
Someone help me!
This place is burning too!
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape. Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to force our way through.
Is that Lady Lauma? But are you really her?
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for so long. It is not something that anyone else could imitate.
I do, yes. So it really is you, my lady. But why are you here? Really, I believe you, but the others, well, they'll be on high alert.
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties. But you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to start a new life. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that life was about to begin. I seek to redress this injustice. Please, have faith in our long-standing friendship, and that this is where my heart has led me.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you. Please help us.
Then come. I need you to step forward alongside me.
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job. All right, everyone. Let us meet again later.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay. See you again, everyone!
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her! Everyone, it's her!
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves. I always knew something was off about you. We won't let you pass. Some abyssal creature, aren't you?
Leave this to us, Lady Moonchanter. Go.
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going upward from over there.
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Inefa, give her a crunkake.
Orders received and immediately deferred. Departure takes priority.
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs. Otherwise, rifts will surely form. If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me. I am no god. But so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed from us. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusions by which our foes seek.
Let's go, Inefa. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry. What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! And get out of there! Whoa, nice!
Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Knuckle, what are you doing here?
Installation chamber.
Ding dong, water bomb! TI榎N.
Preparing for dust up.
Flash attack!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Ready?
Interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode. Defensive mode engaged.
Easy peasy. What made you think I couldn't take on one of... This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheating complete.
Oh, alright. Let's hit the emergency brake.
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment. Incalculable. Nasha Town likely to be blasted skyward.
No! I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
All your efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, intimi potutos. In necritus necrus baptusi, que ondes tu zonos pentusi. Osesticos palatin pirantur misuricum, topir tua ition veratum.
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish, torpid. This body is a disappointment. I can barely muster 10% of my original strength. You've ruined everything.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back, did you?
What's with him?
Verfnir, Rheindaughter, Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you.
Matters not. Having a heart, being human, it's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly insignificant. You matter not. Does anything in this world? None of it matters to me!
potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid, laughable that you should die for their sake.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude, dear madam. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. I imagine you would not have invited anyone here were it not an emergency. Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then. In that case, I count myself fortunate to be your associate.
What did you do that for? Columbina! What did you do that for? Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out, equipped Polonia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the score!
But he still broke through, did he not? But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Polonia would have been fine in a head-on clash, but battles just get chaotic.
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier. Or you could adopt my previous recommendation and...
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head. And don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research. So you went and cooped yourself up all alone.
Ugh. your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Polonia! We're leaving!
Well, anyway, thank you.
I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the eternal moon goddess cannot fall into his hands, but also because you've done much for me yourselves. And then well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too. But that was as much as I could do.
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please call me Flint's. It is my honor to make the acquaintance of one such as yourself.
Still, what do we do now? Riri's gotten stronger again.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now at least. But we still don't know what his aims are, and he may continue gathering power.
After you left, I could no longer sense his presence.
That means it's safe out there for now.
A question, if I may, kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that?
No.
I see. Curious.
Oh yeah, the cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it?
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity any longer.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry. My strength still isn't returning. It seems my time is running out.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. Only a few townspeople were hurt, but the Raihir of Solnari has now gained a complete form, while we still know nothing about his goals.
It seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious Kukusaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with Kukusaurs?
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understated.
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us at the moment. If his objective had been revenge alone.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation? Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss, I know there's no running now.
So my cannon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now. That's right. And it still works on normal Wild Hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you down, I know.
Flint's, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often...
Point taken. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major Sosi.
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one who didn't get that?
Well, if you've got a moment, would you like to come with me? There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his final journey. This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course. and brought light and grace to those around him. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, but we will pursue him to the last. Even if the outcome is not what we wish for, it is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
What are you two talking about? Care to explain? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred until it closes its eyes in the depths of night. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet? What are you doing here?
Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui will see you?
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to deal with.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel? Is Nasha Town to your liking?
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent. However... Is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat? Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. There's all sorts of delicious stuff out here that you won't get to try at home.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps? I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear, now that he has donned a shape and form. Selling his power short would prove it, but that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future. Well, Zandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. As for Arlecchino... Was that not what you were curious about? Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? That weapon will play a key role in the Tsaritsa's plan. And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care. I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it so. But after our previous attempt, I suspect your spaceship has been intentionally hidden away. Perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you, and I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat. I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me. That is where the answers lie buried. That is my true home.
Interesting. You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right, right. Right you are. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.